gutsy performance, you'd probably say. But what was it? Do you reckon it was just a case of just critical mass with injuries, and it was just that got the better of you in the end after you've done so over the last 3 or 4 weeks to cope with it?
I think the game itself got away from us through clearances and inside 50s against. That was the game in essence. 64 inside 50s is hard to win. For major parts, I just said to the group, I feel like we're not quite there hardened-wise to play 120 minutes, this group in particular. That's 2 weeks in a row that I don't know if you go back to when we were in front last week and this week, maybe 15-minute mark or whatever it was, the last quarter or close to it. So we're not quite there hardened enough, but so there's a lot of good going on, but then there's this, there's not quite able to do it for 4 quarters at the minute for this group. But I think we'll gain a lot out of this.
No, obviously coaches usually don't like to mention injuries, and it's very much focused on who he's playing. But how much does the massive injury list that you got play into tonight's result at all?
How do you measure that? I just look at what we can control, and you look at for major parts. I thought if you want to just break the game down, I thought the first quarter we dominated, and we didn't take our chances. You could have been 2 or 3 more goals up than what we were, with good ascendancy, good clearances, centre clearances, and all our good players are playing well. And then you play against an opposition that are so elite around the ball. Like, they're the best clearance team that we've come up against. And you've got Bont and English playing well, and Treloar. They just accumulate, and they just wore us down. Maybe it was a bit too far with their talent at that part of the game late, but I think we'll get to work on some of those system things we can improve.
Did you see the forward line working with Frampton and Johnson coming back?
Well, I'll repeat myself here. We don't rely on an individual goal kicker. We rely on a system, and we kicked 12 goals. Now, the last few weeks we've kicked 12 goals has been enough to win or draw, and tonight it wasn't. So there was a weight of numbers through clearance. That last quarter we hardly saw the ball inside 50. We only had 41 ourselves, but we scored a lot of the times we went inside 50. We just didn't get enough there tonight. So it's a work in progress.
Another end of the scale, how do you see the Nick Daicos-Bontempelli duel? Not that they were direct opponents, but they were both pretty dominant influential players.
Yeah, I've said this before. Bont would look good in a Collingwood jumper. He's a quality player, isn't he? He's an elite player. I enjoy watching him when I watch footy. I'd come to the game to watch a player of his ilk. Can do a lot of things. And then Nick's playing exceptionally well for us. There's a lot of things that Nick does that maybe others don't see, but there's pressure's been elite for us around the ground. His clearance work has gone to another level. So, you got your money well spent tonight if you come watch those two.
You were heading into the final change 12 points up, and it looked like you had the momentum your way. What do you sort of put down to the dramatic drop-off in the final quarter?
Clearance.
Yeah. We
just lost territory. And then when we lost it, then we had to try to get the ball back inside 50 from our back half, and then we just didn't quite attack the game in the way we would have liked. We went a bit slow and we could have gone fast, and then we got stuck. We've got some work to do on that. I said to the players too that what we are now, I guarantee will be different in 3 weeks' time. They're not personnel based. We're learning a lot. We're hardening up. We've got guys that, certain phases of the game aren't quite delivering on it, but I know they'll learn. In this group, we won't stand still.
One of those inexperienced players, Lockie Sullivan, he seems to be playing a very team-focused game, trying to make space for Daicos at stoppage.
Yep.
Is that something you look to as the positive coming out of this situation?
Yeah. Oh, there's many getting great opportunity that maybe they haven't before. And then having to back it up. Like saw Harvey Harrison last week. It's a tough game, this one. You're going to do it 6 days later or 7 days later and repeat it. 393 games, penalties played. Oh my God, how's he done that so often? Lockie's getting a chance to learn, and they're learning on the job. And he did some really good stuff tonight, and he's done some stuff that I'm sure he's going to look at and go, geez, I'm going to do that better. So he's not going to stand still. But there's a lot of those opportunities. We play a system-based team. We do. We play roles. I read an article about it's hard to play in the forward line at Collingwood. It is, but we reward it. Yeah, and we had a lot of guys do a lot of unrewarded stuff tonight, hence why we kicked 12 goals. Yeah, but we're not standing still.
Speak about those roles played by the forwards. So I guess how did you view Ash Johnson tonight? He copped a couple of Bronx cheers when he actually took a mark or two, which seemed a bit harsh, but he sort of looked like he gave some pretty good defensive efforts there. So how did you view his game tonight?
Yeah, no, I think what we need to do is look at us as a collective, and not going to target individuals around how mistakes they could have made and didn't make or did make or whatever it is. We're a system-based forward line, and he's required to play his role within that system. Now he can do some stuff better, and he did some really good stuff too. And we'll live in the space. We'll reward the behaviour and then look for more of those things once they keep presenting themselves.
Josh Dacos looked like he may have some MRO issues with it. I don't know if you saw it with the punch to McNeil that gave away the free kick off the ball.
No, I haven't seen
Seen
it.
any of that?
No, I haven't seen it. It's hard to comment.
Yeah.
But holding the ball, Craig.
Yeah.
What did you make of the application tonight? And I assume you watched last night as well.
Yeah, a lot quicker, aren't they? They're a lot quicker to pay holding the ball. It's almost like don't fight the tackle or you're gone. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it, but I know we tackle a lot and we've got a lot more holding the ball. So, yeah, Bo McCreary had 100 pressure points. That's a big number for a forward. Yeah, he could win the Brownlow at this rate.
You think the players have adapted to it all right quickly? Or?
I think we're all learning on the job. You know, tonight looked a bit different to last night, I thought. Really hot. You know, even watching the VFL, I thought, oh, that's hot. So all those that watched at home get a little bit of a leg up because it looks like it's going to be a bit more of a tackle rewarded, which is what we got.
Maybe you don't want to focus too much on individuals, but Lockie Schultz really presented himself tonight as one of those targets up forward. Seemed probably one of his best games for the year. How do you sort of see his performance?
Yeah, like I said, we're going to get better. Like I just can't see us not improving from these last couple of weeks, from opportunities, and then there's guys learning their roles better, and Lockie's really competing hard for us. He's had a bit of a tough patch lately with some stuff off the field, and we support him through that, and then he goes out and shows everyone what he's capable of, and he got rewarded on the scoreboard tonight.
Was John Noble an injury or tactical?
No, tactical. Yeah, no, we had Will Parker was a like for like, and we thought get some fresh run on there, and the young lad looks like he can play at the level too.
Yeah, John seemed to make a few nervous mistakes in that first half. Did you have to sort of have a chat to him just to sort of, I guess, calm him down maybe?
Yeah, well, I think we're entitled to make mistakes. It's the reality of the game. It's just what you do next, isn't it? That's how we live. You know, we'll make mistakes consistently. The game just forces you to do. It's what you do next is important.
Any injuries? Any to report?
No, we've got no injuries for the first time for a few weeks, and a rehab coordinator, the guy that managed that, he's under so much pressure. I think he got a stress fracture in his foot today. Oh, what do you do, huh?
Anyone that might come back next week?
Beg your pardon?
Anyone that might come back next week?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I think no, there might be a couple. I'm just not sure at the moment who that is. You've got 10 days now to King's birthday. It's good chance to reset ourselves. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Craig.